this time I want to invite Miss Pfeifer. Mrs. Pfeifer, are you there? I see her. Up to join me for our tribe talk. How many of you guys love Sandi? I love Sandi. Yeah. Come on, Sandi. I've got a microphone with your name on it, so Sandi knows the drill. You got 3 minutes. And Sandi, I got to say, has a particularly hard task because she has one of the most incredible parables that Jesus tells that she can teach us a little something about, and that is the Good Samaritan. So for the next 3 weeks, we're studying the Good Samaritan. And what do you have to share with us about it?
It is one of the most wonderful scriptures in the Bible. I particularly love it because it speaks of serving, and I have a servant's heart, so that goes right along. It's amazing that the first 2 men that passed the man that was injured by, one was a priest and one was somebody that worked in the tabernacle. And that just always, even when I read it again and again, it always surprises me because you always think of people like that as being servants, you know, the Lord using them. But a lawyer had asked Jesus, who is your neighbor? And then, of course, he recited you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, mind, and your neighbor as yourself. So finding out who the neighbor was kind of difficult. Both of them passed this poor man who was beaten almost to death and walked on the other side of the street. But then the third man that came by was a Samaritan, and the Samaritans were not thought highly of. They were from Samaria, and they were not part of the culture. They were not thought well of by the Jews. He was on a journey, and he had stopped, and he was going through there, and that's when he was robbed. But the Good Samaritan came by, and he felt great compassion. I know we have all had that feeling for someone or some situation historically for the injured man. But he went the extra mile. He stopped, he bandaged the man up, he poured oil and wine on the man's injuries, and then he sacrificed his time in addition because he took the time to take the man to an inn close by, and he took care of him for a whole day at the inn. And when he had to leave, he talked to the innkeeper and said, here, I'm paying you for today, but here's money to take care of this man until I come back. And when I get back, I will pay you for whatever other costs have been incurred. He was helpful and caring. So Jesus had asked the man to prove to be a neighbor to the man who fell into the robber's hands. He says, which
it's hard to get through it, isn't it?
It is.
You did really, really well. We love you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Right.